So that was a challenge for me.
Yeah.
It really it broke me down in so many ways because
I want to get back to that. When you follow your passion, is it the same thing as like following your like your calling type of thing?
if anything, I spend more money on this career
Yeah.
than anything. And how I overcome that is by
I think that's what artists are missing now, especially like TikTok artists and whatnot. It's like that artist development, how to communicate in the interview, how to dress, what type. Because branding, there's a difference between branding and marketing. You know,
yes.
marketing it's
Hey, you have to be strong. You need to know yourself. You need to be grounded, and that is all in the mind. You need to be disciplined, and that is all in the mind. You need perseverance and consistency, and that is all in the mind. Your mind will always be telling you to give up. Your mind will always be telling you that you're an imposter and you don't belong here. Your mind will always be telling you that they don't love you and they're leaving you out. That's why I stress prayer. I feel like prayer is a very good way of conditioning your mind into positive things.
Hey there, don't miss out on a chance to level up in life. Subscribe now to gain exclusive access to insights and wisdom from your favorites, where we uncover the secrets to success and transform your journey with your own personal mentors. So please hit that subscribe button and join us on this incredible ride to greatness. This episode is proudly sponsored by The Plot Studios, CCIGA, and Roadshow Marketing.
Welcome to How's It Down podcast, where we uncover the stories behind the success of remarkable individuals. Today, we are thrilled to have the true powerhouse of the South African entertainment joining us, the talented, versatile Khanya Greens. From captivating audiences with the soulful melodies to making waves as an actor and DJ, Khanya's journey is truly inspiring. So join us as we delve into her experiences, insights, and the secrets behind a multifaceted career. Without further ado, let's embark on this fascinating conversation with Khanya Greens.
Choo choo choo.
Hello, will you please lend me your ear?
Away.
Hi everyone. Thank you so
Away.
much for that lovely intro, Kush.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming through. Like, this is such a blessing, you know.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, I really appreciate it because I just believe like sometimes you have to just give more of who we are. Like people like listen to your music, but they don't know behind the person, like how they got there and the processes they used to, like their thought processes, their actions they took, the sacrifices they took.
Yeah.
And I realized because when I watch interviews of like artists that do these things, I get more attached to their music, and because now I know the backstory behind them and stuff like that, you know.
True.
So I really appreciate you coming through.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I want to start from your early inspirations, right? You grew up in a family with history, like with a deep rooted history in the struggle of the apartheid, and I'm sure you got like unique insights and lessons like you've learned from them. Do you know? Can you like maybe tell us like one of the stories or experiences that they like your family had, where like it changed your insights or your perspective on like life? You know, like a story that really touched you. Do you think you can?
I think growing up with parents who are struggle stalwarts, I am the daughter of Dr. Anne and Professor Enos Ngujane. You can Google them. Growing up with parents that are struggle stalwarts is very unique because you are raised with a lot of order, with very strong values of hard work, but also of love. You know, my parents raised me with love, but also with very high standards and very firm vision. Very firm in what I believe in. The story I think that would stick out the most, I feel that really changed me. I remember one day, in grade 1, we went to the same school.
Yeah.
Like we sat at the same desk.
Remember? She was actually like one of my first friends. Like literally. So like that's amazing, eh?
So, I was in Mrs. Rose's class in grade 1, right? And remember, like, we used to have this weird thing, guys, I don't know why, but when the school bell rings after break, everyone rushes to be first in the line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
So one day I get there first. And then this girl, Donnay,
I remember
she
that.
claps me.
Are you serious?
So she sees now that she's clapped me painfully because I
Yeah.
react. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then she's like, no, please don't tell Mrs. Rose. Just tell Mrs. Rose. You don't know where this bruise came from.
You
It's
had a
serious.
bruise?
Yeah, it's so serious.
Yo.
So I go home and I tell my mom, and my mom's like, and you didn't clap her back.
Mom, did you say that?
No, she was disappointed. She was like, how? No,
Yeah.
go back tomorrow and you clap her back.
Yo.
So for me, I was raised like that, you know,
So
like know how to really defend yourself, fight for what you believe in, fight for what is right. So I think that has helped me in my entire life, throughout school, throughout my career, to always have resilience and always have perseverance and not stop and always have consistency.
Wow.
Yeah.
So parents do have a huge influence, and like your environment has a huge influence on like your mentality and how you approach life as you get older. That's amazing.
It really does.
Yeah. Nah,
It really
shout
does.
out to your parents. They did a wonderful job.
Yeah, shout out.
So now I want us, speaking of, we're still on like inspiration. I want us to tell us about your early days. Like, who did you look up to, like, you know, growing up and be like, you know, I want to be like this person, and why?
I definitely looked up to my parents. I remember when we had a school project.
Yeah.
Like when we were still, I don't know if it was, but in Mondio.
Yeah.
Either from grade 1, 2, or 3 or 4, where you have to like pick a role model and stuff.
Oh yeah.
My mom's told me then and there that I am your role model. You're not
Are
going to
you
be
serious?
looking up to people you don't know. And she is a really good role model because she's extremely hardworking.
Yeah.
And an extremely high value woman. Yeah. So yeah, that's who I definitely looked up to.
Yeah, that is amazing. Your mom is a super woman.
Literally.
Like, yeah, that is amazing.
Definitely.
Could you tell us about your journey in the entertainment industry? Like, how did you get into it, and like, and what influenced you to get into entertainment?
Okay, well, I would say what influenced me from childhood was watching Generations. I used to just look at Queen Moroka, Farao Moroka, Chimoroka, and be like, no, that's me. I want to be that girl. And ever since then, I knew I wanted to do drama. Luckily, I went to a high school where they offered drama as a subject. So I did it from grade 9 until grade 12. My grade 12 teacher, Mrs. Engela, at St. Martin's, she helped me, write my entry essay into UCT. Went and I did an audition, and then I did my degree, an honors degree in theatre and performance.
Is it?
Yes. So I always knew I wanted to act.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you, like, when you said you used to also like watch on TV and be like, that's me, and whatnot. So you used to visualize a lot when you're young. Do you used to dream a lot?
You must be kidding me. Like I just wanted to be famous. Like, it was like, you see now, I'm super chilled about it.
Yeah.
I think because of social media and how mean people are, I've seen that this thing isn't that nice. But back then, I used to wake up every day, like, go to the mall and wish someone would just discover me and just stop me and be like, you're so gorgeous. Why don't you come and be a child model?
That's dope.
I just wanted to be discovered every day. And it never happened.
But it's happening now.
Yes, because I work for it.
Yeah, so perseverance, I guess, is the answer.
No, it really is.
It is, ne?
Consistency, perseverance, those types of things. Patience.
So following your passion, like, because I know you're a multi-talented artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are people out there who, like, they're just scared to go chase their dreams or fear, like, chasing their passion or what feels to them. Like, no, this could work for me, not what society's telling me I should do, whatever. Don't you have any advice for them, like, just maybe just to give them that oomph to say, maybe let me just try it, like, what's the risk? Because at the end of the day, there's only one Khanya Greens and there's never going to be another Khanya Greens. So let me just go for what my heart says. Like,
I think you just said it, really. Go for what your heart says. I mean, obviously, you'll use your logic in terms of financial decisions, because you know that, okay, I need to pay for my bills, I need to pay my car, my rent, my this, my that. So look at means of getting a stable income, like focus on good investments, have a good job, have a pension fund, have a provident fund. Look at things like that, so that you have space to do your things that you really, really love. I would say you have one life. There's only this life that we know about and heaven that we read about in the Bible. And while we are here, go for it. Like, go for it. And you want to be fulfilled. You want to fulfill that purpose that God has for you. The story was written before you were even born. Live it out. Live it out.
That is so true. So I want to get back to that. When you follow your passion, is it the same thing as like following it's like your calling type of thing?
Yeah.
Because I think I forgot who I heard it from, Robert Boy or someone, but like he said like your calling is like following your passion and helping out people. Those two can come together and help. So
I really love that. That's very powerful.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's very true. Because like I said, like when I was younger, I just wanted to be famous, but I had no reason why. What's that gonna help the next person, But now that I'm older, it's like, whatever God gives me, I use it to glorify God. I use it to help younger people. I use it to help people, either make people happy, make people smile, encourage people, you motivate people, inspire people,
That's true.
Yeah, and that's what keeps me going.
I want to know, talk about keeping going, like growth, like in terms of like your growth in your in industry. What are some of the key lessons that you learned, like coming up in the industry that really helped you, like this lesson, like do you have any key lessons that you...
I think the most key of all the lessons is to pray, because you really need to be grounded. You need to be grateful. You need to be at peace with yourself. You need to be strong. You need to be strong-willed. You need to know who you are and where you come from before you throw yourself into this pool of humans ready to consume you with their beliefs and their views and their values. Know yourself, So be spiritually strong, pray, and really, really, really work hard. That's what's going to separate you from the next person. The amount of hours when you're alone that you put into it, the amount of research that you put into it, the amount of posting that you put into it. Like really put yourself out there, really work hard, and don't stop.
Nah. Don't stop. Get it.
Don't stop. Get it.
Yo, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So in terms of don't stop, right? Like you come through, like in every career you have like obstacles, challenges. What can you like maybe name one of the challenges you went through and how you overcame that obstacle? Like just to inspire people out there that have like maybe they're going through something like, I just want to stop, I just want to give up. Is there maybe something you can think of right now, like, yo, I remember this type of challenge I had and this is how I overcame it, and just like because I was praying and I was working hard and I was doing this and this is the result that I got?
I think the challenge that stands out for me the most would be just my acting career, my music career. When I graduated, in my head, I really thought I was just going to make it big. And it never happened, I think it's been, I graduated in 2013. How many years has it been? More than 10, almost 15. So that was a challenge for me. It really, it broke me down in so many ways because I didn't have a plan B. I wasn't that person. I just knew that I'm talented at this and I'm destined for this. I'm going to do it. And it just didn't happen like that. Every role I got isidingo as a call actress. So it wasn't a stable job that I could say could pay a bill like a car or, rent or whatever. I did The Queen was 2 episodes. I did Generations, a few episodes. House of Zwide, a few episodes. Even now I'm on Smoke and Mirrors playing the ghost.
Yeah.
And it's a few episodes here and there. You know, it's not like a permanent job.
Yeah.
So for me, that has been the real obstacle that, you know, I haven't had anything that I think brings in a financial income. If anything, I spend more money on this career than anything. And how I overcome that is by working, you know, other jobs.
Yeah.
I freelance, I do voiceovers, you know. I've started DJing now. I also work for our family company. My mom's started a company that fixes trains.
Oh.
So it's like a train engineer, rail engineering company.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been working for them since 2015.
Yeah.
So like I have a normal everyday job, you know. I know how to do spreadsheets and invoices and apply for tenders and stuff like that. And I mean, that's a skill that has really helped me also in my craft to be more meticulous about how I do my work as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Can I ask, I want to talk, like, I want to continue with what you're just saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, like, if you had to, like, look back and be like, yeah, but it makes sense. I needed to do that and that and that and that, because if I didn't go through that, then I wouldn't have the skills to start a business. I wouldn't have that to do this. I wouldn't have met this person. And, you know, so do you think, like,
100%.
yeah, when you look at that, at the end of the day, when you look back, you're like, yeah, I was supposed to at least go like this because
100%.
God knows the bigger vision. I'm thinking I need to maybe ride a bicycle to Durban, but God is like, nah, why don't you just fly to Durban?
Exactly.
Or maybe even ride to Durban, but then the reason why I want you to ride to Durban is because I want you to ride with A and B, and then the conversation you're going to have there is going to lead you to that dream that you've always wanted, and whatnot, you know what I mean?
That's exactly how I feel about my life.
Yeah.
Like, that's what really, like, that's why I even said earlier on in the interview that the book has already been written, the story has already been written. You just have to live it out.
Yeah.
And I feel exactly like that about my life. The way the journey has been exactly what I needed. From when I started at 999, I mean, I was trained by Wash Mahlangu in studio, meticulous training about how to sing, technique. When I went on tour with 999, I went with Cindy and Chomi, and that was meticulous training of how to conduct myself on interviews, weird questions, and how to answer them. And I was trained by Chomi, just a lot of what happens in the industry and all that. So I really needed that kind of training, you know, and that was a great label that would take artists from scratch and literally dress like this, talk like this, move like this, you know. Other labels, you just get thrown in, you're in studio, hey, you must perform, hey. No. I really got groomed at 999. So that was really perfect for me. And from there, I went into the Mapiano space with a lot of professionalism, which has really been great. Same with the acting. I'm really glad that I haven't got a permanent role because the more I act, the more I realize it is training. A lot of crying has to happen there. And you know, like, you know that this is fake, but your body doesn't. So at the end of a day of shooting, your body is finished. Your neck is stiff, your shoulders are stiff, and it's a lot that actors don't talk about. It's not so glamorous. It's hard, emotional, heavy work. So God knew that I wouldn't be able to handle such a thing.
Yeah.
So, which is perfect. Even now, when I started, I joined Electro Mode.
Oh, yeah?
And when I got there, they suggested, Lindani suggested to me that, you must DJ, like learn how to DJ and stuff. And I was really annoyed when he said that because I was a performing artist in terms of singing, you know, and I felt like, yo, now I'm a dobeza. Where am I going to start with that? But I went to a school called Mix Club in Blakegarry, and I mean, it's a quick, nice 3-month course, but obviously I stayed for the longest time, like more than a year. I kept on doing the course over and over because there's a lot of lectures there and you get to learn a lot. But what I'm getting to with that is that I ended up enjoying it so much. It it's like the career I found in my 30s that's making me so happy, and I really didn't expect it. So I really believe exactly what you said, that the journey, as much as there's a lot of short lives and detours, it's all in God's plan, and it's all part of getting you to this destination.
Yeah, dude, like you're very inspiring. I don't even
Thank
know,
you.
I'm
So are you. So are you.
Oh, yeah, thank you
Like,
very much.
I remember I used to struggle a lot with just feeling like, why was I even born? Life is so tough. Why do I have to go through this? And then you told me that story about, like, picture if we were all like little stars in heaven, and and you're in heaven and you're like, God, why I don't want to be a star like everyone else. I want to go and be different. And then God is like, yeah, go to earth and be different, go and shine. And I was like, ever since you told me that story, I stopped being ungrateful for life. So you're also very inspiring.
Thank you very much. I guess birds of a feather flock together.
You know?
But it's good because iron needs to sharpen iron, and
Exactly.
I guess that's one of the reasons why we came here. Just to remind people of who we are.
Yes.
Like it's just because we come here, we forget. Obviously, it's just part of the process, but it's a blessing if you find someone that can remind you, like, no, dude, you are God's child. You belong in that family. You are worthy. The fact that you're alive, the fact that you exist, the fact that you are aware, that's everything. You are aware. Like, imagine, right? Like, the thing is that it goes over our minds because we're just used to it. It's like, like, when you're breathing air. Like,
it does.
But awareness, the fact that, like, awareness, like, wait, I'm awake, I'm aware. Like, what?
100%. And I mean, the way the world is working, the way the system, for lack of a better word, works, is that they don't want us to be aware. Of course, they don't want us to be leaders. They want us to be followers, so that they can sell us whatever junk they want to sell and become rich. And that's what you're saying, that we have to remind each other so that we can remember to be leaders, lead by example, make a difference, help the next generation, be that guy.
And you do that. I was watching one of your interviews. I didn't even know this. Apparently you're a healer, or you heal people.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, I'm a faith healer.
Are you
Like, I'm a
serious?
literal faith healer.
You.
I went to Tirano School of Repentance. So it's a school that is based on the Word of God and based on Christ. So you're healing through Christ. And it's a school where it's not written work, but you heal and you grow through teachings and testimony. So it's not preaching like in church. It's more teaching. It's more intimate. It's more practical. I really enjoy it.
What do they call it again?
Tirano School of Repentance.
School of Repentance.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I got it.
Yeah.
Awesome. I want to go back to what we were talking about when you're saying it's the process, the development. That word, artist development, I think that's what artists are missing now, especially like TikTok artists and whatnot. It's like that artist development, how to communicate in the interview, how to dress, what type, because branding, there's a difference between branding and marketing.
Yes.
Marketing, it's more of like action, doing. Branding is more of being who you are, how people remember you. Like, oh yeah, we know you as this person. This is your lifestyle. This is, so it's a long-term thing. So they do maybe like marketing, whatever, but the branding, like, you know what I mean. So and it's just not that. Like this, it goes in depth. Like you said, it took you years. Like you had to go through a proper record label. They taught you this.
Exactly.
It wasn't a one-day course.
No,
you know what I mean.
It was a good 2 years.
Yeah. And I'm sure even now you still like maybe you're still watching videos, whatever, just on other artists. They're like, oh, this is what you do. Okay, you know what I mean.
100%.
Like it doesn't end the lessons.
It really doesn't, because you have to grow. Every day you learn something new.
That's true.
You have to grow, and even the younger generation are the ones that are teaching us the new things. And it's really beautiful. It's really lovely. I mean, with social media now, it's very, very cutthroat, because these kids or these influencers or whatever they grow into being, from being a TikToker, You know, they go out, they become actors, they become DJs, they become musicians, they become models and all that. But they grow in front of our eyes. It's hectic, honestly speaking. They can't have a secret, you know. Like I see a lot of people, you know, will bash Seema for her opinions and stuff. And I'm like, guys, she's young. I mean, I think she's even 10 years younger than me. And guys, let them grow. You know, older people are always bashing these TikTokers and influencers for the things they're doing. And they're young. They're being young. Yeah. What were we doing when we were young? Imagine if it was on social media. So we must leave them alone. Yeah. Let them grow. Let them experience. I mean, we see it even with us. It was reality TV. You see, that's where you saw people making mistakes in public and doing this and that in public. But look at them today. Yeah. They grew.
True. Would you do reality?
Honestly speaking, I really, really want to do a reality show. But my mom told me I'm too sensitive for that. Which I think is very true because, people's comments on TikTok. Those comments.
No, on TikTok.
I just want to respond. Hey, I just want to respond.
But what do you do? Do you like Usa?
Sometimes I do respond, like just say Mao or Unyo. But then I regret it afterwards because, you know.
Yeah. I guess it's that thing, that character of who you are, of not being bullied and standing up for yourself and, you know.
Who are people's comments? But those are the same people that stream your music.
Yeah.
So,
so
young too, guys. They were gonna stream your thing. So rather respond to the positive comments and ignore the negative ones.
Speaking of respond, so do you think life is all about how you respond to it? Like, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond to things that happen to you?
I think that is quite true. I don't know if life is all about that, but I think that it's a big contribution to how your life turns out, you know, because especially with like painful things like grief, you know, people losing their loved ones, things like that can make you or break you. You know, you could respond by giving up. Yeah. Because the person who you wanted to make proud, or the person who was helping you, or you lost a parent or a spouse, whatever, and life becomes not worth it anymore. Or you can work harder to make that person proud and to fulfill that thing. You know?
That is so true. Because I don't know what you think of this, but this is like what I heard. Like, I always believe, like for example, what you just said, like, for example, with that example, I always believe, like, when my grandmother passed away, I was crying. I won't lie. Even though I'm a guy or whatever. I don't cry or anything like that.
A grandmother's love.
Yeah.
There's no one that's going to love you like that.
Exactly. You know? So I think it's also like you said, it's how you respond to it. Some people will do this. Other people will be like, no, spiritually, I know she's with me. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I was getting back to what I was trying to say, Guti. Like, the physical reality basically is like your spirit coming in, forgetting who it is or what it is, which is a spirit. So it comes here as dreaming, forgetting that it's a spirit. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's who you are right now, as just dreaming right now. But in reality, the real truth is you are spirit 24/7. That's who you are. This is just a dream. You just to experience who you are in a different perspective. That you forget, and you just to, you know, maybe experience yourself in another way. You know? So I guess it is like how you look at it, like you said, like
you have to try. You have to fight. Like, you have to fight because the painful things will really get you down. And life, I think the more gifted, talented, genuine, unique, wonderful and beautiful you are, the more people are gonna wanna crush you. From your own family. That's just how it is. It's jealousy. It must be. They'll just want to crush you. People just don't want to see you shining bright. People just want to always dim your light. People just want you to stay here where they are, but they don't want to see you go past them or take it to the top, even if they know that that's your destiny.
That's true. Do you think it's especially like I'm just like through my observation. Do you think that's everywhere worldwide, or certain families have figured it out? Like maybe like when I observe the Jewish community, like when one person makes $1 million, he needs to make sure 5 Jewish people make $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, but when maybe a black person makes $1 million, he's like, no, I need to buy a Ferrari. And you need to call me Mlungu or what.
No, I think it's in all communities, including Jewish communities. I mean, what that is just black tax. At the end of the day, like, you can't compare us to Jewish people because of how many years we've been free, how many years we've been slaves. Like, our responsibilities are different. You make $1 million now. How many people are you responsible for helping in terms of food, school fees, just in your family to help them get by, as opposed to a Jewish person? Well,
so what I'm saying is that why is that different? Why does, like, for example, not even just Jewish, like even like maybe Pakistan or even us black.
No, but even they have have gwal amongst them, just that we don't know.
Even with us, we do help each other, but why isn't it as like, why don't you make it like mandatory? You know what I mean? Because in the Jewish community, there's a word for it. I just forgot what is it called, but it's like mandatory for you to help another person when you make it. Why don't you also like I'm just saying, like,
we also have it, just that we don't have a word.
We don't practice it. What is it?
No, we do practice it, just that it doesn't have a word.
Oh, yeah. So what is Ubuntuism?
Ubuntu is umuntu ngabantu. So I am who I am because you are. I can't be Khanya without everybody else.
So that type of mentality, does it also, when you have that type of mentality, do you also act it out? Like the way I treat you is the way I want to be treated? Is that also
100%, 100%. And I think black people have it a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking.
Yeah, definitely.
I just that we don't have, a word maybe for it, or that we don't have many companies and, shops that people can see that, black people always stick together and recommend each other. But
and they do, definitely.
We do.
Yeah,
we do.
Definitely.
And I hope that we'll do it more because, I mean, we need to. We're behind.
But yeah, we're getting behind. It's just, we're still new to this money thing and generational wealth and whatnot. So, yeah, it's true.
So we need to get to that point where now we also teaching our kids, like, hey, don't forget that, yes, you're 20 now, but you're going to be 60. Plan for when you're 60. Save for when you're 60. That's what you're saving for. So that when you're 60, you're not trying to make ends meet. Make ends meet when you're 20, when you're 30. That's when you fuguzaring. And you're fuguzaring and you're saving for that day so that you can chill later. That's the mentality we have to raise our kids with. Hey, invest. What have you invested in? How old are you now? 30. What have you invested in? Those are the kind of chats we need to move into.
True. But also appreciate what we have now, because you always think grass is green on the other side.
Oh, no.
When you get there, you be like, oh, can't this like this, that side?
It's very much like that.
Remember, like, for example, maybe a country we like, we're the best in the world. And then when you go to that country, like, oh, why is this happening? Why is that? Why? And then in our country, we're so blessed. Like, the people, we're so friendly to each other.
Exactly.
But other places, you find they're cold to each other. Even strangers, when we greet, we have to greet each other.
Like, I mean, like, America, for example, is that country we always grew up. You want to go to America. True. You want to make it big in America. Now, when you see that, they have to fight that Black Lives Matter.
True.
Why is that even a topic?
Dude.
Hey, Gandhi, here we are free. Dude. We're enjoying ourselves. Yeah.
Local. Look how it's investing through music, piano, sports.
See? So,
it's amazing. Yeah. So, I want you to tell me, can you describe a time when you had to make a difficult choice in your career? Do you have like something where like you had to make a difficult choice, and then how did you maneuver? Like, how did you work around it and stuff?
I think being an artist, it is a difficult choice every day because the more you are exposed in social media, the more people approach you. And I think my difficult choice has been about just features, you know, because a lot of very good upcoming producers want to feature me and stuff. And I had to just be like, okay, I can't, you know.
Why?
Like, for me, at the moment, it doesn't make sense
Yeah.
to work with an upcoming
Yeah.
producer
Yeah.
or feature because then just for me right now, I need to work with someone that's gonna help me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get what I mean.
I get 100% what you're saying. And you need to.
Because most of these guys are super talented, but they don't have a marketing plan.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go there, we're gonna sit the whole night in studio, I'm gonna sing my lungs out, and there's no marketing plan for the music.
I see what you're saying.
You know?
Yeah.
So I had to stop that because it got very draining. And I mean, there's just so many amazingly talented producers that will just send me beautiful beats and what's the marketing plan? Yeah.
But it's crazy. The marketing plan today compared to, okay, obviously, like you and I, it's different because we grew up in the record label and we've been studying the game. We know, like marketing. It's just not like there's sales, there's promotions, there's PR, there's this, there's that, there's this, there's that. Like we know those things. But then I think a lot of people are also like, especially now with the new artists and stuff like that, like you said, they don't know this marketing, like they don't know the marketing plan and stuff like that. But I also think it's also how things have changed, like now it's social media and so yeah, I guess.
But even with social media, it's not that simple. You really have to understand what your brand is, who your market is. Is it gonna fly? Because it's very easy to push, for example, a strata song on social media with very catchy lyrics and a nice grounded scoop. Easy to push that type of song. But make a soulful song, it becomes a bit more difficult to push it on social media, and you have to do more thinking in how are we going to get people hooked on this song.
That makes sense. Because also a lot of piano songs that they thrive through like these dance challenges, right?
Dance challenges, people just using the sound on TikTok, using the sound when they post their pictures, and then people end up streaming your music because they're like, what song is this?
You are Jabba, man. You can dance.
I can't dance, but I do dance.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm safe, but I dance.
Nah,
you're in my one life.
Nah, ayo, ba. That's lit. So I wanna talk about your influences and collabs, right? Currently speaking, who are some of your, like, okay, one person like who's influencing right now, like, you know what? I like the way the way they take their direction. I like this person's sound, and this person's actually inspiring me to maybe go back to the studio or go back to DJing or to take action in a certain way. Is there someone currently that's you saying, nah, this person's doing their thing and shout out to you?
I don't know. It's too difficult to pick one person because the way South African musicians and artists and actors and everyone is good.
Nah.
And I'm loving that.
Nah.
Like even just being a DJ, the more people make music and the more people drop, I'm like, thank you. Hey,
true.
Now I have a new set, a new something to add to my set, a new this, a new that. So it's very difficult to pick one because the young talent that hasn't been even discovered yet is absolutely mind-blowing. The talent that has been there for 10, 20, 30, even those that aren't alive anymore and have passed on because of old age, super inspiring. Like, so I'm inspired by it all. I'm inspired by it all. I see young, talented, black youth artists just killing it.
Man.
Music industry. And I mean, I grew up in the 90s. I was born 1992. So being an actor, as soon as we got Mzansi, as soon as we got DSTV, Mzansi Magic, and we had more shows, more, like,
Crazy.
look now, the music.
It's just escalates.
We have our own type of hip hop. We have my piano. House was a big thing and still is absolutely stunning with this new Afro house coming out, 3-step. So how can you choose one? It's all so inspiring.
Yeah, I like that. I like that approach where you don't just get inspiration from one. And a lot of people, especially successful people, they get inspiration from all over. You know what I mean? They don't just, and it also opens your mind. You see things differently.
Exactly.
You handle situations differently.
Exactly. You know? And you become fuller.
Yeah,
fuller as a human.
Yeah,
because you take from a lot of different good rich sources.
Yeah, away. So you've done collaborations and you've like collaborated with like one of the most prominent figures in SA. I want to know how, like, when it comes to collaborations, how do you go about it, and what is the one thing you really enjoy about collaborations and like working with creatives?
Going about it, I think it's all different ways. Approaching some people on social media, if you bump into them at Groove, then once you work with one producer, they recommend you to another one. But a lot of, please, I'd like to work with you. I'd like to do this kind of a thing with you. Please let me come. I'll do it for free. Please let me just give me this chance. That's me. That's me. Even with the DJing gigs, people are like, oh, you get so many gigs. Hey, I play for free at a lot of places. I'm at that stage in my DJing career. I'm like, no, it's fine, don't worry. I'll play free. Then you'll hear me. Then you'll see.
I think you know the blueprint.
Yeah, like be on a person's case. I mean, I don't get tired.
Yeah.
I can the whole year, for 2 years, for 3 years, for 5 years, until you hear me out. Because I'm busy growing myself. Please, Gabza, let's work. Gabza won't, because he'll be busy doing, And then eventually, the day will come. Oh, okay, Khanya. Yeah, I saw you did.
Yeah.
Let's do.
ABCD. Yeah. I think
so,
you'll be good for those that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see this vision with you.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is, dude, you definitely on track.
Push.
Like, yeah, it's just like you definitely on track because what you're doing is because when I study these people, it's the same thing they do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
For example, I'll just give you a typical example, like Waffles. In the beginning, that's what she did. She just made sure she's always gigging, touring, and even for free, like just going gig after gig. No, just do it for free. I do it for free, like until
And it ends up costing you, but it's so worth it.
True,
it's so
you know
worth
what I mean. And then you look at the smaller picture, like maybe you forget, Kuti, people will be taking videos. So now not only 300 people are going to see you, now 3,000 people, or maybe this one might even trend. Now and now maybe this one wants to book you because, you know what I mean? Like they don't see the bigger picture.
That's what I do, because content is everything.
Yeah.
You can be whatever you say you are, but if you don't post about it, you're not it.
Yeah.
You're not that.
Yeah.
Like, I can say I'm a DJ, but if they go into my page to see, and then no, I'm not a DJ. So that's the time that we're living in right now. So yeah, I would say don't have pride. Knock on those doors. Go back to the doors that said no. Like, you'll see. You'll see. Don't have pride. Don't hold grudges that are so and so, but then they didn't. Just keep on trying, and while you wait for those big doors to open, push yourself. Yeah. Dango.
Oh wait. Dude, that's dope, bro. Because those, bro, that's dope. What do I want to say? Why I say that's dope? I forgot. But yeah, it's things like, it's what I've been saying to myself.
Nah.
Yeah, it's like, no, you gotta do this, that. I know why I say you dope. It's an ego thing, dude. Like, it's like an ego thing. Like, you like, because one thing I've noticed, I'll be like this. Now I was saying this to Asia earlier on. Like, maybe a person will look at you like, yeah, but if I was in these shoes, I would do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But the thing is, when you're in that person's shoes, you don't know what they go through. You don't know what their ego says to them. Like, nah, don't knock at that person's door because they already said no. Or, nah, this person took too long. Or, nah, this person, you know, just because now you're popping. You know, things, I'm just giving an example. Like, you know what I mean? It's the ego that's talking. But one thing I've learned, here's a trick why I like things like, I'm like, okay, I see now it's working. No. I was like, okay, wait. I feel like my ego's making a lot of wrong decisions, and I get it because of the experience I've been going through, whatever. So I'm like, okay, ego, that's cool. Now let me just put you on the side and then ask, what would Jesus do if he was in this situation?
You know.
And then I get a different, you know what I mean? Because like, you know, like Jesus, like, yeah, I'll definitely, you know, do this, do that, and like, you know, that perspective, or what excites you the most, like, you know what I mean? Now you put in like egos, because I think the ego is just supposed to enjoy the blessings and the gifts and whatnot, not to say it's supposed to work this way or that way. No, you're not God. You don't know how it's supposed to work out.
Exactly.
You don't know the end result or the process of how to get there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you can't say, dude, your view is like this. God's view is like this. He sees the whole thing. You know what I mean? So you're right. Put the pride aside. Put the ego aside.
Put it aside, because at the end of the day, you'll end up having grudges towards everyone, and you'll end up hating everyone, and you'll end up feeling like nobody wants to work with you and stuff because you asked once. Ask 1,000 times. Like literally, just do it, because at the end of the day, a person will realize that, oh, okay, no, Khanya doesn't have that thing. Kanya's been asking me, I've been blowing Khanya off for a year. Let me give Khanya a chance. And she never was snacks towards me. You know what I mean? No, man, Khanya, she's cool. She's cool. Yeah, but that thing inside you, your ego, like you're saying, will always think you're, nah, she thinks she's such a superstar. I've been trying to approach her. Leave those things aside. Leave them.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
We're in school now. We're in school. We are learning.
We are learning.
So, can you share? Okay, I want to talk about your daily habits and, you know, like, and your mindset for success. Can you share maybe some of the daily routines or things you do on a daily basis that you think has helped you in the process of succeeding? I remember you talked about prayer.
Prayer, of course, is the first thing. I would say posting. Post on your social media. Post.
Be active.
It gets discouraging when you don't get the views you want. Sometimes you have to put a little money into your posts, 100 Rand, 500 Rand, just to get more views. Post daily. It's very important, because we in an industry of relevance. No matter what industry you're in now, like, people will get to see you if you put yourself out there. I'd say post is an everyday habit. I'd also say, like, present yourself well, like, really work on your image, like you said, your brand, you know, how you look. Don't just go out looking hey. Just put a little bit of effort into how you carry yourself as well. When you go out, behave well, don't drink too much, be an example, be a leader, you know. Those type of good habits. Follow the law, be a good citizen. Don't get in unnecessary nonsense, so that people will recognize you for your work and not your mistakes. Yeah,
that is 100% true. I like that.
Because too many people are in the media and are being talked about because of their personal lives, and then it takes away from how talented they actually are. So live right, have your morals in check. Don't date somebody's partner. Don't date somebody's married something. Don't do drugs, guys. Like, just be on the straight and narrow.
That's true. It's bad.
Boring, but yeah.
It's not boring.
It's
nice.
Like, you'll still have fun.
Yeah.
You'll still have fun, but now with a clean conscience.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, because you didn't do anybody dirty. And you'll have nothing to hide. So it's like, yeah, this is me, and
that's what's up. And yeah, you become genuine, and it's your truth, and it's who you are, and you're not hurting anyone. So that's dope. I like that. What? Okay, I want to talk. Okay, we're still talking about your daily habits and mindset, right? What role does mindset play in achieving success in the music industry, and how have you cultivated a positive and resilient mindset?
It's a huge part of it all. Your mindset is very important. Like I said at the beginning of the interview, that hey, you have to be strong-willed, you need to know yourself, you need to be grounded, and that is all in the mind. You need to be disciplined, and that is all in the mind. You need perseverance and consistency, and that is all in the mind. Your mind will always be telling you to give up. Your mind will always be telling you that you're an imposter and you don't belong here. Your mind will always be telling you that they don't love you and they're leaving you out. Your mind will have a lot of negative things to always tell you that you can't do it. That, hey, guys, so your mind, you need to really, that's why I stress prayer. I feel like prayer is a very good way of conditioning your mind into positive things, because the first part of being of praying is saying thank you to God, and already you start being grateful for the things that you already have, and then you start asking God for fruits of the Spirit, which are important things, right? Which are exactly the opposite of all these ego and mind things, because you ask God for love, for humility, for kindness, for grace, for compassion, forgiveness, humility, those good things. So that's already a good way to condition your mind. Positively. Yeah.
100%. I like that. You know, it's so sad, like we're reaching the end of the show, and I just want to continue more. But definitely I want you to come through and like share more of your knowledge and experience.
Yeah, of course, I'd love to. Yeah.
But I want to ask you, dude, like, when you look back, what type of legacy do you want to leave behind? You know, like, what is it? What do you want to be remembered as?
I think I want to be remembered as the person who really showed people that you can love Christ and you can live for Christ and still be fun and relevant and still enjoy life, but really just put love above everything. Let people really feel your love from the minute you walk in a room, from when you and when they meet you and they encounter you and they're sitting with you, that no, man, this person has love and they give love. That's what I want to leave, a legacy of love.
I really see that, man. That's what's up. Hey, man, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Khanya Greens, for pulling through.
Thank you for having
wise
me.
Words, you know.
Thank you for having me.
Away. I truly appreciate it. Don't worry, guys. When I have her come through again, you know, share more.
Especially when I'm dropping some music. I think I need that.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. Away.